Leo, thank you very much for taking time to speak with us. We've just seen the presentation here at the Security Leaders Summit.
Yeah.
We're at a busy Intersec 2025. There's lots of conversations going on. Firstly, would you mind just explaining, for the benefit of those in our audience that may not be familiar with ONVIF, a little bit about the organisation itself?
So ONVIF as an organization been established 2008, and it's totally member-driven organization. Majority of the members are enterprises active in physical security industry. So what we do is we standardize physical security interfaces based on IP technologies. The typical device, the typical products that utilizing this type of standardization is devices, the cameras, access control devices, and clients, which for us are video management systems, access control system, etc., etc. So we work for efficient interoperability between different products in the physical security network. For us, it's extremely important to be open. We do work for open standards, open interfaces. And as an organization, we're open to all type of companies and organizations to join us.
And from a thought leadership perspective, it strikes me from the presentation I've just seen, you're leading the way. So let's look into that now. Let's tell us a little bit about the issue of video authenticity and set the stage. Why is this important to the security industry today?
Well, we've seen over the last years, we've seen the rise of technologies such as AI, and it's been fantastic contributor to the industry from the technology point of view. Thanks to that type of technologies, we've been able to boost video analytics, solve really difficult use cases. But on the flip side, there are dark side to that as well, and that is namely a risk of videos that have been recorded on the surveillance camera being tampered with. So it's quite easy today with modern tools to edit videos. Even without being a professional video editor, you can easily put artifacts into the video. You can remove parts of the video. You can change the different frames in the video. So that brings the whole problem of your ability to trust video that's been recorded, and your ability to use that as evidence either in the court of law or in corporate investigations. So that's the background to the problem that we've been seeing now over the last years, the rise of trust issues to the videos.
So what kind of threats to video authenticity are we seeing today? Is it primarily from the rise of generative AI?
Not necessarily. It's just a general capability of people using different technologies to alter video. Previously, it's been a little bit more difficult. Now it's a little bit easier. Some of the contributors to this ease of editing is AI, but not necessarily. So it's just a general threat for authenticity. But what I think is also interesting is the modern rise of the technologies, including social media and deep fakes that we've seen, putting authenticity of the source of information to be questionable. So I think this is also something that plays into our industry and affects our industry. So that's basically why we got the proposal from our members to look into how we can continue securing that the video can be trusted.
So that leads me nicely into, what is ONVIF actually doing to help the industry protect the authenticity of video?
So ONVIF is an organization working with specifications for interfaces. So what we did is develop a specification that we call video signing. As name suggests, we developed the standard that puts a very specific digital signature in the camera. It's unique digital signature that could be tracked back to the actual camera, and that signature travels with the video throughout the whole life cycle of the video, through all the digital switches, all your networks, servers, hard drives, whatever you're using, a video management system, and all the way to the actual viewing. And that video that includes this digital signature can be validated at viewing stage. Now, I think what is also interesting is, as I mentioned during the presentation, we will be releasing for the first time open source of both signing part, but also validating part. So basically, any camera manufacturer, for example, can take this open source, include in their own development, and have a faster path to the market, providing this functionality. The reason for doing that from our side is we believe it's for the greater good of the entire industry that we work together to continue having the video as a trusted source, because that's why we do have cameras in the first place, right? To have possibility to consult the video material as a trusted source.
So how does it work on a technical level, and how is it different from other methods that the industry used in the past? So, for example, watermarking or encryption.
It is in a way a watermarking, but it's watermarked on completely different levels. So every frame or consequence of frames in the video is signed with a unique hash. And then if on the receiving part where you're viewing the video, you have possibility to validate. When you have the stream, you have the vendor's root certificate, so you have a possibility to validate that. So how it differs from what we see on the market today? Well, again, the idea of watermarking video has been there for ages, and a lot of video management system manufacturers have been doing that. In a matter of fact, ONVIF released a specification called export file format that does exactly that, how to kind of export the video from BMS in a secure way. The problem with that, it addresses just the final piece of this path that video takes from the camera to the viewer. It's just from the video management system and when you export it. So what ONVIF is doing now is securing this path all the way from the camera to the final destination.
So is the solution designed specifically for any particular stakeholders, end users, manufacturers, or integrators?
So I think the implementation, or the technical implementation of the solution is mostly towards device manufacturers. So they need to implement that into the products. The users of the solution is actually an end user. So whoever is watching the video, if you are an end user that is dependent on video and dependent on being able to trust it, then this is a solution for you.
And finally, AI is certainly a buzzword in this real big part of the conversation.
Yeah.
You know, does ONVIF have an outlook on AI and its impact on the security sector?
It definitely does. It definitely does. So AI as a technology been known to the industry for many years, right? So it doesn't happen yesterday. Majority of the analytics that we see here from different vendors are based on AI or subsets of AI, machine learning, etc. So ONVIF Profile M is a profile that specifies the interfaces for transferring the metadata generated by analytics applications. Now, with the rise of AI to the different levels, we have multiple initiatives within ONVIF to make sure that we can continue to contribute to the industry working with AI applications. So it's basically adding more capabilities to the applications and more capabilities to the data transformed from the sensors towards the receiving party. So there are multiple initiatives looking into that.
Leo, thank you. I think we've taken enough of your time away from the floor. Thank you for taking time to speak with the audience here at Security On Screen.
Thank you.